Hey guys, we're headed to Brinnon, Washington today to pick up a welder. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you might have already heard me mention that. We're driving the Ram. Currently we're doing about, it says 15.6 miles per gallon, but I expect that to be more like hopefully 22, 23 by the end of the day. We might stop up here in Chehalis and top off on diesel. We're about an eighth of a tank down. But other than that, yeah, it's going to be a long day. It's about 100 miles there, 100 miles back. So we're going to bring you along, show you part of the ride, and yeah. Thanks for coming. Alright, we're headed through Centralia. I decided to bypass fuel because my preferred location doesn't have a service attendant on Sundays, so we just decided to, all we've got with it is cash, so we just decided to say to heck with it. So yeah, we'll be on I-5 for probably, I think we get off at exit 104 or something like that. So we'll be on I-5 for a little bit. Yeah.
We are getting closer to a city-ish area. Can't say it's my favorite location. Too many people. It's a pretty nice day though.
For Washington.
Well, for Washington, yes. We excel in gray skies around here. It's kind of our thing.
Capitol building.
For US 101 North toward Aberdeen, Port Angeles.
See if I can. There it is.
If you consider that a treat.
It's a lovely building.
Oh, it is. The architecture is beautiful.
They don't build buildings like that.
104. I believe we go down here.
Continue for 6 miles.
And around and down, and then we merge onto something else, I
think so.
Well, yeah, no, I believe this is where we merge onto 101.
I think so, if I remember correctly. I don't get up this way all that much, but I think that's what I remember. Yeah, because we've merged from the other side on this.
This might be the first time I've ever done this without a trailer.
Yeah, normally we're coming to get trucks or truck parts, so.
Okay, I'm gonna put her in the middle lane just to be safe, and alright, we'll catch you guys in a few. I don't think that's normally a lake.
It's only a lake sometimes. We have some statues.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Those are neat. Okay, and I'm supposed to get off here in a mile?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we've got some blue skies up there. It's kind of nice. It's supposed to be kind of nice today. This is as nice as we get around here in the wintertime. bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I know. You're out in the middle of nowhere, and then bam, there's like a car dealership.
Yep. And then you'll go for miles and miles, and all you'll see is trees.
It's like a big old rock quarry over there.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
Have to keep our eyes out. We might see some wildlife.
Really impatient GMC that's probably going to dive out and pass me on the right, even though that's an exit only, and I'm not going to move over.
That ought to be interesting.
Whatever.
Have to keep our eyes out for Bigfoot.
All right.
Yep,
We're in his backyard.
we are. Not sure how you feel about Bigfoot, one way or the other. He's kind of a big deal around here, so. Well, it looks like the sunshine and the blue skies is over there. And we are headed over here, back into some gray. That's okay.
Back down to 45. All right.
The better to enjoy the trees, nice and slow.
I'm not sure why we dropped back down to 45. Are we coming into a town?
Would appear so. Or at least a couple of houses.
I mean, there's a lane that merges in right there, but 45 seems a little extreme for that. Port of Shelton.
A big field really seems out of place. It's just nothing.
Is that an airport?
It would appear so. Yeah, airport.
That's why there's a sign that says airport. That's usually a pretty good indicator that that's an airport.
It certainly is.
That and the big long road that doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And if that's not enough, the airplanes are a pretty
There are. What you're saying is there are signs.
pretty solid indicator.
There are definite indications that that's an airport.
I can be a little slow on the uptake sometimes, but give me 35 minutes and I'll figure it out. You may have to hit me, but I'll get there eventually.
Oh man. Back in the trees. Trees are one thing we have a lot of up around this side of Washington. We are a rainforest, strangely enough.
Washington State, you have to specify
Well,
that.
yes, Washington State. And when people think of Washington State, they think of Seattle or Yakima. And they are very different. We're on the Seattle side, though we don't really like to go to Seattle. It's just too big, too many people.
Please don't associate us with either.
Yakima does not have the same feel. We have way more trees. The coastal side of
And teeth.
Jeremy. We get more rain. We are a rainforest around here, which is why we have all the green. Yakima's color is kind of that dead grass brown. They are that color almost all year round, I think.
Washington State really is it's an interesting state because I mean half of it's rainforest, half of it's soaking wet all the time, and then the other half's legitimately a desert.
Yes, very much so.
Like, we cover the whole gamut here.
Yeah, and we got a nice big mountain ridge right in the middle that separates us, so we've got some really interesting areas up there.
Yeah, and Eastern Washington really is beautiful.
Oh, it is.
I mean, kind of in its own way. It's way too hot for me. But then, one could say that the west side is way too wet.
We take everything in extremes.
Maybe we'll just live on the mountain in the middle.
Well, then you have way too much snow.
Well, you know, you just can't be happy.
No, we're a very extreme state. Either flooding or wildfires or snow. That's what we've got in our respected areas. But it is a gorgeous place to live. I'm glad I get to live here.
Alright, we got this puppy up to 18.2. That's from 15.5. It was so bad because we were towing with it yesterday.
Oh, that's right.
The mileage was, I had it in tow haul and we were hauling a ton of scrap metal, so the mileage just went. But, yeah, got her back up to 18.2. We'll probably be at somewhere like 22, 23 by the end of the day. Because we're pretty much cruising 55, 60, more or less all the way there.
Yep. And it's gonna be this for pretty much the whole way now. We went through our couple of cities and now we've got a 2-lane road all the way up. And we're going clean up pretty close to Canada. Not there, but I mean.
Well, and 101 really is, it's kind of one of those routes that, it's a lot like Route 66 as far as its, what's the word I'm looking for? It's classic appeal. It's,
oh, yeah, it's iconic routes.
Yeah, something like that. So, I mean, it's right here in our backyard, so we kind of take it for granted. But, then we look at Route 66 with this, like, romance from the past.
101 was actually named one of the most beautiful scenic routes that you can take.
Yeah. But, yeah, it really is a pretty drive. It's got, I think one of the things 101 is known for, and unfortunately a lot of them have really deteriorated, or have had to have been completely replaced, is its bridges.
Yeah.
I think it had some really, I don't remember how many, I think it had quite a few actually, but it had some really ornate, really pretty bridges that unfortunately just deteriorated so bad over time that they just weren't safe anymore.
Yeah.
I broke my pretzel.
Having your mid-morning snack.
Yeah.
Pretzels over there.
Cliff Bar and a glass of water for breakfast.
I see you got your got your whole setup here. We've got our pretzels and
pretzel, coffee, water.
Yeah, we got the whole bit. What more could a person need? Now we're headed, the map says we're headed towards, we're not going to actually see it, but we're headed kind of in the direction of...
It's a Purdy Creek.
What?
Oh, Purdy Creek.
Thank you for that. What I was saying is that we're headed towards Port Angeles, which, oh, there's some blue sky. Port Angeles is just a teeny tiny little place. I've been there a couple of times. Gorgeous location. If you are familiar with the Twilight movies, it's featured in those, along with Forks, which we won't be going to either of those, but we're in that general area, so if we see any sparkly things up on the hill, we'll have to avoid those.
Oh boy.
Wow, it got real pretty today.
Yeah, that sun just come out.
Yeah, we haven't had a blue sky day in probably a couple of weeks.
In a little while.
Of course, it's winter time, so we don't get a lot of those in the winter. Wow, that's a bumpy road. I think I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm making our people seasick. We'll catch you in a little bit. All right, not sure if you can see it. I'm going to zoom in. Gorgeous view of the mountain today.
I'm not sure what mountain that is.
It's either Rainier or Adams. It's not Helens. Helens
No.
is flat.
Yeah, it's got way too much peak on it to be St. Helens.
Yep.
I don't know which way we're facing. Does it any indication there on the GPS as to what it might be in front of us? Or is that mostly just showing roads and stuff?
Mostly roads.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's Adams, though, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I have no idea. I always get confused as to which one's which.
Yeah. We know Helen's. We got that one.
I know one of them, I want to say it's Baker or Rainier, kind of has the little double top thing on it.
That you can see from one side, but when you get to the other side, it has 3.
Oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
That's incredibly confusing.
It is. Can't they just look the same from all
Make
sides?
up your mind. Do you have a double chin or not?
Would it really be a chin if it's on top?
I don't know. A double. I don't even know what that would be.
Double peak?
Double crown. Woo! Ford peeking out from behind a bush there.
Yep. Find all kinds of interesting things up here. We came all the way up here for a Ford one time.
That was the first one that we ever brought home. That was that 73 F100 two-wheel drive standard cab. It didn't have a bed on it, but the trim on it was just. Yeah, the trim that was on it was just absolutely pristine. All right, I've been. My topic has been made less interesting by the beauty of the bay over here.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. What is that?
I guess it would be the bay.
That big water. I grew up on the land before time, so that's the big water.
We're not very smart people. Yeah, just gorgeous.
Potlatch.
Potlatch? Oh, okay.
That's where not very many people know, but there was a lady walking down the road here one day with a crock pot, and the lid fell off. She spilled her chili all over the place, so she decided that she was going to make a latch for it, and that's how the park got its name.
You are so full of it. That is the stupidest story I've ever heard.
Yeah, it was pretty dumb.
Good grief.
What is this?
Power.
Oh, wow.
Yeah?
That was neat.
Mm-hmm. Another view of the water. Some little camping spots. Hey, I know who designed those.
Oh, some tiny houses?
Those were pre-tiny houses, though. Those were park mobile units. And I know the guy who pioneered the design for those, actually, strangely enough.
Okay. I feel like the speed limit should be like slower through here, but I don't remember seeing a sign, so.
GPS says 45.
I mean, maybe I'm just like bombing through the town. Oops.
Yeah, we don't want to get a ticket. Sunday morning drive does not need a ticket.
Now somewhere through here, I want to say is where there'll be a little gas station down on the right, I think, or a little handy store down on the right, and I think that's where we bought.
Oh, the Subi.
We met that guy for that Subaru one time. Yeah.
That was up here too. I forgot.
We've bought a lot. Yeah, we've bought a lot of rigs from up here.
Man, it's a good thing we brought our sunglasses.
Yeah.
Did you know that Washingtonians go through more sunglasses per capita than any other state?
I did not.
Yeah. Something about we lose them in the wintertime and we buy them again in the summer, so we just keep buying them.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's not sunny all year round. We don't need them half the year.
Exactly. The view is fantastic. One of the reasons I love this drive.
Oh yeah, this is absolutely beautiful through here.
When you told me we had to drive up to Brinnon, I was like, oh, darn.
And the lack of guardrail it makes a guy feel really secure.
Yes. just keep it on the road.
All right, there's a speed limit sign.
Yeah, there's a little town here. Well, little gathering of houses.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you can still see the clouds over there. They haven't quite gotten up into the sky yet.
They got a trailer hood and a winery. Is that enough to make a town? Throw a church in there and you got yourself a town.
We already passed the church.
Oh,
so,
okay.
oh, you can see the clouds. The fog comes up off of this water sometimes, and you can't even see the other side. It is just a wall of white.
The other side, you can't see 2 feet in front of your face.
Yeah. And then the sun comes out a little bit, and it all becomes clouds.
Alright, entering Hoodsport.
All right.
Hoodsport.
Nice location.
Oh, don't tell me I'm doing 31. I am not doing 31. I am doing 30 miles an hour, Mr. Sir.
Changed his mind. You're going 29 now.
I'm telling you, yeah. Trying to get me in trouble. There's some people there getting ready to do some scuba diving.
Nice. I know that this area they do a lot of training, like the Coast Guard. Just a little bit north of here, I was told that the...
Yeah. Isn't a lot of that done in Port Angeles?
Not Port Angeles. That's in a little... Maybe it is Port Angeles.
Mm.
But up La Push area, they get some pretty nasty waves all year long, which is why it's so great for surfing, if you can stand the cold. But, yeah, the Coast Guard does a lot of training up this area.
Yeah, when it comes to beaches, we're a little bit of a different breed here. We'll go to the beach on a day and, you know, it's 40 degrees and
yeah,
freezing cold, and we're like, oh, the beach is so beautiful. It's not like California where it's 105.
Yeah.
You know, and you're walking around in your trunks or your swimsuit. And, no, but...
Well, crazy enough, we'll be out there with a great big down jacket, and we'll have our jeans rolled up to our knees, and our feet will still be in that water.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be freezing cold, but our feet will still be in that water.
Oh, yeah. This is the capital of shorts and hoodies with flip-flops.
Yes. Absolutely. Man, we couldn't have picked a better day.
I know. This is really pretty.
Last time we came up here, it was raining.
It's a little bit overcast, so I can actually see.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, and with the sun being behind us, that helps. That's just beautiful.
I remember going through these curves back when we had our Silverado.
Yeah.
Bringing trucks on through here.
I remember there's one. Ooh.
What are we? We got a tree down.
We do.
Sons of guns.
Hmm.
Okay.
Huh.
Well, I don't think I'm going to offer any assistance because it looks like we've got about 105 people up there already on it. So I think I'm going to let them do their thing, and we're just going to sit here and wait.
Yeah. Well, we won't bore you with the details. Alrighty then. That took about 10 minutes to get it all cleared out of the way.
Yeah, we got Hood Canal or Hood Sport fire truck, EMS, DOT showed up in just about enough time for the tree to be completely out of the road.
Yep. Doesn't look like anybody was hurt.
Yeah.
Just tree came down.
Just a big old tree come off the hillside. Probably been hanging there for
years.
4 or 5 years. More than that.
Not a big issue. I love how when we got here, there was probably about 4 or 5 locals already working on the tree, getting most of it cleared up before the fire truck got here.
Well, and it had pretty much just happened.
Yeah.
I mean, we were only, what, maybe the 8th car in line?
Mm-hmm. And there were probably only about 8 or 10 cars on the other side, too.
Yeah. So that had happened just within a matter of minutes.
Yeah. When the fire truck pulled up, I was wondering if the tree had fallen on a car.
Yeah, or caused an accident.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it. Everything was good. So on we go.
On we go.
Cute little town. Just big enough, but still small.
Holiday Beach.
lovely spot.
Yeah. It's amazing how many little towns you can go through and not even realize it.
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of them, the road doesn't really go through town. It'll go around just one edge of it.
Yeah.
You'll see a couple of houses and not realize that there is a whole town there. While we were sitting, some more clouds came in. So, not quite our beautiful blue sky that it was 15 minutes ago. Still pretty good.
Whee!
As Maddie would call this, a roller coaster road.
Yeah. I love how the kids always want me to go super fast through the corners and over the hills. And I will say it is fun, and I mean, I have done that in the past, but, you know, it's like they have no concept of, you know, burning the tires off, wrecking the ball joints, wheel bearings.
You know, sliding out of control, careening down into
They're like, but it was fun.
Yeah. Well, from the kids' point of view,
Yeah.
they're safe. You've got them. Uncle Jeremy wouldn't let anything happen to them.
Right?
So they have no concept of fear because you're there. You wouldn't let it hurt them.
And if it did, no one would know. It'd be quick.
Yeah. It's kind of like we went hiking up on Mount St. Helens once. We went up to one of the higher trails, and one of the people I was hiking with, she goes, "If the mountain blew up right now, would we have any indication of it blowing before we'd just be dead?" And I said, "No, I think we'd have about just enough time to think, oh shoot, and then it would be just all over."
Uh-huh.
So
I think it's some of the roads I've driven on out in the woods. You know, it's just kind of a shelf road carved into a hillside because they logged there once, and I'm like, whew, if anything goes wrong, I'm toast.
you're on your own in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, you know, before I had a cell phone, I had no water, just kind of go out in the woods with a dog.
Yep. Ah, back in the good old days.
Oh, yeah. Okay, apparently the speed limit's 30 through here, and we're coming into Lollipop.
Lollipop?
Lillywop.
Nope.
People can't figure out what the speed limit is on this road.
It's because it's a pretty dangerous road if it's...
I'm gonna get a ticket for doing 60 and a 30 if they keep changing it on me.
Well, I mean, I would imagine this road gets pretty foggy.
Yeah, well, and it's super windy too.
Mm-hmm.
They finally felt reasonable to put a guardrail on it.
Well,
You know, that way if you hit it hard enough, you can get airborne before you go into the water.
it's the only reasonable way.
It's not because they care about the safety of the travelers. It's because it makes for a cooler wreck. Not really.
No. Pretty cool little spot. Man, we got some old buildings out here.
Yeah.
Back when the roads followed the land. Because we were just on that side. Now we're on this side. Nowadays they'd probably just put a bridge, save a couple of yards of road to make it more efficient. Which, don't get me wrong, efficiency is important. But you don't get the joy of driving around with the land. Just kind of through it otherwise. nice.
I had to come back because I couldn't miss the opportunity to say Hama River. And this is actually a pretty cool little bridge here.
It is.
One of the bridges I was talking about, actually.
Nice.
And apparently it's got a twin up here.
Ah, it is just, we're in Hamma, Hamma.
Well, it said entering Eldon. So I don't know what Hamma is.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the name of the bridge.
At least the name of the river.
Oh, there you go.
Well, yeah, that's what it is. It's the name of the river. Because, yeah, the town said entering Eldon.
Those are some cool houses. Wouldn't necessarily want to live in them. I mean, that close to the water, but they're awfully pretty. In a very old world kind of way. Ah, our sun came back. You see a bit of blue sky up there. Sure is nice.
Yeah, it is.
Feels weird a little bit. You got, the ocean is just right there. Well, the canal, I guess. And then trees. Not a lot of beach. Just
Well, stay on your side, dum-dum.
I mean, I know you pay taxes for both sides, but let's just use one side at a time.
Recreational area, half a mile. Why don't we stop there on the way back for lunch?
Ooh, that sounds good.
Because that's relatively close to the end of our destination, or our destination, I think.
Perfect.
10 minutes away or so.
Yep, right about at 10.
Hamma River, and then we have Hamma Road.
You are going to be stuck on that for a while.
I am. That's almost as good as La Bam.
Yeah. We have another little place around here. The town is called Labam. L-A-B-A-M.
I think it's L-E.
Is it L-E?
It's French.
Oh, it's French. Okay.
La Bam.
It's still fun to say.
Yeah.
So, of course, every time you go through that town, you've got to say it. Because it's the thing to do.
Of course, it's out there by Cosmopolis or whatever it's called. So that one's equally as fun to say.
Yeah, we've got some interesting names around here. Fun to say.
Rough roadway ahead.
Ooh.
Challenge accepted.
Oh dear. Hopefully I can stay in my seat. Here we go. Ooh, that wasn't too bad.
Well, since Chrysler or whoever owns it anymore,
Ugh.
you know, I mean, you used to have two choices. You could Dodge or you could Ram, but since they got rid of Dodge,
You just
we have
gotta
no choice.
You just gotta ram it.
You just grab life by the horns. Take it head on and pray.
That's all you can do. I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but the fog is quite pretty. Gives everything kind of a pearly glint to it.
It's very descriptive.
Well, yeah. I don't have better words right now.
It gives everything kind of an opalescence appeal. I don't know what that word means. It just sounded funny.
Opalescence?
Yeah, opalescent.
That's...
Isn't that like the inside of an oyster shell?
Yeah, where it's kind of rainbowy.
Yeah.
There you go. Big words. Today's video is brought to you by the word opalescence.
Yeah.
For all you kids who grew up watching Sesame Street.
Exactly.
Wow, just put your house on a cliff.
Yeah, I do not understand the people that build on that side of the road. That's
It's like it's just, there's nothing there.
insane.
It's just, there's the water. Your house is on stilts.
It's like, high tide, bam, you've got a swimming pool.
Well, I'm sure they take high tide into account, but I'm thinking like the storms that they get up here and the wind. I don't know. I wouldn't want my house right there by the water.
I'm telling you.
Just seems like a bad idea.
Beacon Point Drive.
Huh.
That one sounds familiar, though. That might have actually been where we turned. That might have been where we turned to get that green truck.
That could be.
That looked kind of sort of familiar.
It did look a little familiar.
Of course, mind you, that's been... Oh, man.
That's been several years ago.
10 years ago? The first one, that first one that I brought home? Yeah, it's been a minute.
Thereabouts. I don't know. Time flies when you're not paying attention.
Right?
Seems like only yesterday.
Time flies when you're bringing junk home.
Yeah.
Of course, unfortunately, so does your wallet.
Yes.
Entering Jefferson County. Quilcene 20 miles, Squim 51, and Port Angeles, I think it said 67.
I didn't quite catch it, so I'll take your word.
We're not going to any of those. Okay, so there's a state park down there. So is that the one we're going to want to go to?
I don't know.
Well, that would... I think that would require a Discover Pass.
Probably.
If we park in their, like, designated parking area.
Mm-hmm.
We'll figure something out on the way back.
Yeah. Gotta have just the right spot for our PB&J. And apple slices.
Ooh.
Because we go all out around here.
Heck yeah.
Alright, well, we're supposed to be there in about 5 minutes, so...
Alright, well, I think we're going to go on ahead and kill the camera, so we don't get, you know, where we're going on camera too much, because I don't have, like, permission from the property owner to film the house or anything like that, so I don't want to upset anybody, so I think we're going to go ahead and peace out for right now, and then next time you see us, we'll be smearing some peanut butter on some bread and checking out the scenery. So, hey, it's lunchtime.
Yes.
We brought peanut butter and jelly. Winco brand, best kind. Not really. It's just good. What we had, what we bought.
Yeah.
Now I got peanut butter all over the tailgate.
But we have cookies, so we're good. What more could you want? We have found quite the lovely location for our lunch. Kind of in the middle of nowhere. Perfect for lunch.
Is there a spoon for the jelly?
No.
You just put your peanut butter in your jelly?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm a heathen. I'm sorry. I didn't know that was wrong. That's how I always make peanut butter jelly.
I guess I'll spread my peanut butter on 2 pieces of bread and then lick the knife off because spit in the jam is better than peanut butter.
No, my grandpa always told me that you always put the peanut butter on first because if you get peanut butter in the jelly, it goes in the refrigerator and it's no big deal. But if you get jelly in the peanut butter, when the peanut butter goes in the cupboard, then it gets nasty. And I don't know why he said this, but I remember the conversation that we had. I think I was about 8.
All right, so there's that. Peanut butter there.
Let me see if I can show you guys kind of around a little bit. Just
There's an absolutely beautiful creek that we're parked right in front of that before we go, we'll walk out on the bridge and show it to you. I mean, the water is just absolutely
crystal clear.
Crystal clear, kind of a greeny, bluey, just really, really pretty.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
I'm going to pretend like we've never hauled manure or anything in this truck.
I brought a plate.
Oh, well, it's too late now. I've already pooed my sandwich.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Pretty much. A little bit of jelly there, a little bit of jelly there. Spray that. All right, so there is the knife and the peanut butter and everything. Do you want one of these, or
Well, I'll make my own. It's
did
fine.
you want? I know I like my toppings a little heavier than you.
So many comments with that.
Yeah, right.
All right, well, we're gonna eat some lunch, and then I guess we'll give you a tour of where we're at. So. There's a hole there.
Someone wrote a naughty word on the bridge. And this is where we ate lunch.
Yeah. Pretty good spot considering it's just on the side of the road.
Yeah, we were kind of trying to find a spot better, like a park or something that the river ran through. But nearest we could find was a bridge near a river, so we figured we'd eat lunch and then come show you the river.
Yeah.
And I believe I think this is the Duckabush River.
I believe it is. Not sure if you can see just how clear that water is. Yeah. Now this side has the higher rail.
Yeah, but it's also got the little thing you can step up on if you want to.
Good point. Oh, here you can see it's a lot calmer.
Yeah, where the water's still up there, I mean, 50 yards up there, I can pick out individual rocks in the water. I know the camera does not do this justice. Yeah, okay, you can kind of see it a little bit. There you go.
Quite beautiful. Here's our truck.
Yeah,
Parked.
it's parked safely off the road.
Yeah, you know.
Mostly. So, all right, guys. I guess while I'm standing here in the middle of the road in a nice, safe location, we will bid you adieu. And until next time, thanks for tagging along with us. And we hope to do this many, many more times. Like, subscribe, follow, bell, all that. Peace.